I want to show you something. You see that smoke shot right there? That's by that school. Those who know. I want to show you a brief story real quick. Touching the horn at me. So I'm right here, right by boom, live. I'm gonna show y'all some spots where it's like I got some stories, you know what I mean? Did some shit while out, childhood shit that I'm gonna put into the movie. You see that shit right there? That store right there? Back in the days, it was a movie store where they sold DVDs and shit, cassette tapes and shit, VHS. And there was like another section, for the porn section. This another spot. Look, man, they had a picture of me growing up in that motherfucker, cause they caught me stealing and shit. Right here, boom. Look, you see that right there? That used to be, before that used to be a jewelry store. I know, cause I broke in it. So, a lot of these things it's like a documentary for the movie and shit, It just occurred to me because I was here, right? And I wanted to start the new year by expressing a little bit about where I grew up, you know what I mean? Let's look at this shit right here. You see that right there? That was like I don't know if you can see it. That store right there, that shit was a mechanic shop back in the day. All this shit is new to me. This shit right here, look, boom. Somewhat, you know what I mean? I just passing recently because I'm driving now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting around and shit. This right here, look, boom. That shit was a barber shop. I used to live right here. All these houses you see on this, I used to be jumping on top of the roof. We was the ones that started parkour before parkour started, you know what I mean? Like, it was me and my little crew and shit. And we used to call ourselves the Cobras and shit on some funny shit. Look, you see this house right here? That was a liquor store. And there used to be another liquor store right there. You know what I mean? Right across each other. Now it's buildings and shit. You see that gas station? I used to be walking all up on this shit, running, walking, everything. This was where I grew up. You know what I mean? Those stores, everything you see, those were the stores that had the fucking arcade machines, and we used to play Street Fighters or Pac-Man and shit. And the pizzeria was right there, but that was different owners. Now it's like, everything is like, you know what I mean? Like, I just came from a war and coming back home is a whole different reality. This whole shit is full of like Indians and shit. Shit is different. So I'm just showing you because, nothing really changed, you know what I mean? Like, some things changed, but a lot of things didn't change, you know what I mean? So I'm looking for a spot to park, you know what I mean, where I could post and show you a little bit of what I used to do growing up. That's the old school 5. You know what I mean? This is right by Hinchcliffe Stadium. Matter of fact, let's go there. They changed that shit too. This used to be, look, that was my school growing up. My father's agency was one of those barber shops right now that they, I'm running around like a knucklehead all over these shit. See, that's the Hinchcliffe Stadium right there. I used to be on that shit, running. Now it's all like brand new and shit. You know what I mean? Like, let's park around here, man. This shit is like crazy. Seeing this shit. Matter of fact, let me get closer, like, I used to be in those buildings, like, when it was abandoned, I used to be in that shit, like, running and shit. Oh, shit. I'm doing, like, fucked up driving right now. But, I'm gonna do a quick U-E and look for a parking spot real quick. And, I'm really, like, good at driving and shit. I'm saying there was an error, but there wasn't. You know what I mean? Everything was perfect. So we're gonna park right there. Boom. This is like Walnut Street. So alright, now I'm gonna stay shut. You know what I mean? This is in the now and shit. I don't want people to be all up on me. But earlier I was blasting my music and shit all over this spot. You know, and oh, let me flip this around so you can see. Boom. That's the stadium, man. Look at that shit. That shit looks brand new now. That shit. Boom. That was, look, they got fucking apartments all the way back there now. That used to be a hill. I used to go on that hill. You see that? The other building, that was the school I went to. Anyway, we're gonna smoke. First, I think I should pick a better spot, man. I don't know. My lights is on. That's what it is. I turn that shit off. I'm gonna be in the cut. This shit is kind of bright, right? So there was a park. They closed everything is like closed. You know what I mean? They got it all like polished now. You know what I mean? You can't even get through this shit with a car. You gotta go walking, which is what I did a lot. You know, I did a lot of fucking running around the city and shit. You know. I'll be finding back alleyways and, you know, fucking little trails, you know, places you can't, you know, really get into and shit with a car. So I just wanted to share a little bit, you know, coming into the New Year's, you know what I mean? Like, remind people of who the fuck I am, you know, right? Not to brag and not to boast, not to be like, oh, you know what I mean, I'm the shit, but after a while, you kind of remember, you know what I mean, I am, like, this is like, I grew up here, you know what I mean, like, born and raised, you know what I mean, like, that was, so, it's like, you can't get rid of me. I ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. I was playing some music and shit. Cause I'm the only Neo in the midst of ones and zeros. Getting excommunicado like John Quick as I reload. An anomaly pushing through all the weeds that's deals. Catching attention from evil horror and earlobe. Terrain inverted, I'm a lion in the sea wrestling. Start from land, desiccate. For some land to be treasuring my settlement. Surrounded by water, my design to be reveling. Fishes are amazed, scrutinizing my own specimen. Wishing they could breathe without water to be meddling. I'm the new regiment, you're the worn out skeleton. Trying to cross, we miscegenate to be hardest. Weaker artists, talk like empty clips, missing target. Hella waste of bullets, still achieve no cathartic. Multiplying words, less deeper than what I farted. All this smartest content amount of a carcass. Probably went to school when the small bunch was retarded. Language all virtual while I see revisioning. Trying to be an academic, I'd rather make you synonym. Visible they were until I made them well fitted in. Playing in the picture mode, I call it in a visual. Animated experience, got to move with physically. Mirror lines on the visceral, I just think that's critical. Who's going deflecting in wrong position? I was writing letters in prison, reflecting, reminiscing. Notice all the missing, all the something now. It looks more beautiful. I mean, like, you know, clean and shit. It's better. You enjoy this shit more when you like walking around the city instead of driving around it. You know what I mean? But I ain't like I got my system here. I'm listening to music. You know what I mean? I'm just watching it from the distance right now. Haters in the mess always fake. Hard to concentrate through all the madness and invade. I focus to keep straight without staggering my gait. Avoiding checkmate, watching the steps I calculate. They all out of place, fluttering with haste. Trying to get in front of my say, only to speak too late. And be replaced by words of praise as they deflate. I mean, you know, that was one of my.
In the lab room, experimenting with test tubes. You ain't nothing but a nice crew. You thought you could juxtapose finesse through the rules. Enthralled by the faculties of my mom. Harvested to feed the moss. Still enslaved by how my finger draws. Till I yawn and pause and look for a new call. Juggernaut, you quick with a push, man.
This is rare. You lucky. If you seeing this, you lucky, because this ain't even out yet.
See, I left thinking fast, because I landed in the West. They were all slow.
You gotta watch the rest, you know, pre-save to watch the rest, you know what I mean? You got lucky, nigga. You just got served by the Lord himself. With the pre-save, man. Stay tuned for the greatest. This is gonna be a documentary. Sometimes you'll see me in a car, sometimes you'll see me walking in a store, maybe buying something. I gotta do some shopping. That with all of that.